All right, friends, today in Cast Video, we're going to talk about the most complex machine in the universe, our body. We'll explore 25 facts about it that you won't learn in school, and they will definitely surprise you. So, let's dive in with fact number 1. After birth, every part of our body grows at its own rate, and all our organs develop. However, there's one part of our body that never grows, and that's our pupils. They stay the same size from birth to death because they don't change at all. Blood supply doesn't happen, and generally our human body stops growing by the time we reach adulthood. But our nose and ears keep growing slowly until we die. Fact number 2, friends. Did you know that the largest cell in the human body is the female egg, and the smallest cell is the sperm? A typical human body has about 37.2 trillion cells, which is way more than all the stars in the universe. Every day, millions of our cells die and are replaced by new ones, and this keeps happening continuously. In about 5 years, all the cells in our body change. Fact number 3. When we sleep, our body goes through a temporary state called paralysis, and this happens to everyone. It's to help our body rest better. That's why when we try to sleep and doze off with something in our hands, it usually slips away or falls, or our hands and feet go limp. When we wake up after sleeping, it feels like we've had a long sleep. But did you know? Sleep can be quite a roller coaster. Check this out. When someone says they're feeling sleepy and they hit the bed, they usually fall asleep in about 7 minutes. In the first hour or so, they dive into deep sleep. After a while, they might come out of that deep sleep for a bit and then go back under. This cycle happens a couple of times throughout the night. After that, the depth of your sleep starts to fade, and a few hours later, you start to feel mentally and physically refreshed. When we sleep, we really recharge, and all the tiredness from the day just goes away. Our body cells and different parts start healing, and we get a mental boost along with fresh energy. Music. Interestingly, our middle fingernails grow the fastest among all our fingers, while our toenails grow at a snail's pace. In fact, our toenails grow about 4 times slower than our fingernails. Over our lifetime, we end up trimming around 4 kilos worth of nails. Our body has a part made up of skin cells called appendagest, and the basic material of these skin cells is keratin, which is a type of protein. This is what makes our nails and hair. Fun fact number 5. An adult human has around 5.5 liters of blood, and our heart beats about 72 times a minute to circulate this blood throughout our body. This blood flows at a speed of about 4.8 to 6.5 kilometers per hour in our body. All this blood flows through our blood vessels. And hey, friends, did you know that if you were to line up all the blood vessels in our bodies, they'd stretch about 100,000 kilometers? That's longer than the circumference of the entire Earth, which is about 40,000 kilometers. So in a way, the network of blood vessels in a human body could wrap around the Earth 2.5 times. And guys, there's something even more fascinating and a bit scary about our bodies. It's our heart. Let's dive into some interesting facts about the heart. Think about it, friends. If you had to pump water 6 kilometers at a low speed, how big would that pump need to be? Now, imagine if you had to get that water just 1 kilometer away. How big would the pump have to be then? And what if you needed to send that water 1,000 or even 2,000 kilometers? There probably isn't a pump out there that could deliver water that far all at once. That's pretty surprising. The thing is, friends, our body has a small pump called the heart, which circulates our blood throughout the body, covering about 100,000 kilometers continuously and tirelessly from the moment we're born until we die. If there's any part of our body that works the hardest, it's our heart. It beats around 100,000 times a day and about 2.5 billion times in a lifetime. This little natural powerhouse is just incredible, right? And by the way, did you know that by the time you hit 60, your sense of taste diminishes by half? Kids can really taste things better because they have a sharper sense of taste, which is why tasty food is so appealing. Fact number 1. When we sneeze, Air blasts out of our nose and mouth at about 160 kilometers per hour. We should never try to hold in a sneeze because it can damage our throat, and it can even cause problems in our lungs and brain. Fact number 9. Our brains actually work more at night than during the day, and people who dream a lot have even more brain activity. Dreams move quickly and are a mystery to us, but there have been a bunch of studies on them. One study found that if you sleep in a really cold room, you're likely to have a lot of bad dreams, and we still don't know why that happens. Fact number 10. Friends, if you're losing hair, don't panic too much. It's totally normal for humans to lose about 60 to 100 strands a day. But did you know that women's hair is 50 times thinner than men's? Dreams move quickly and are a mystery to us, but there have been a bunch of studies on them. One study found that if you sleep in a really cold room, you're likely to have a lot of bad dreams, and we still don't know why that happens. Fact number 10. Friends, if you're losing hair, don't panic too much. It's totally normal for humans to lose about 60 to 100 strands a day. But did you know that women's hair is 50 times thinner than men's? So, compared to ladies, men's hair is twice as thick, and when flying, their hair grows twice as fast. That's why people who travel a lot by flights or work in airlines often have to get their hair cut more frequently. Fact number 11. Did you know that babies are born with blue eyes while they're still in the womb? But as time goes on, a few months later, they start to inherit their parents' genes, and their eye color can change to blue, black, brown, or something else. Fact number 12. When we're born, our bodies have a total of 213 bones, but before we become adults, many of these bones fuse together, which is why adults have just 206 bones. The strongest bone in our body is the femur in our thigh, and it's also the longest bone, even stronger than a steel pipe. Our skull is made up of 29 different bones. Just like your fingerprints are unique, your jawline is also one of a kind, meaning no one else in the world has a jawline quite like yours. Did you know fact number 14? Our bodies host about 39 trillion bacteria, and many of them, like urban bacteria, are found on our skin and outside our bodies. But there's no need to freak out about these bacteria because most of them aren't harmful to us. In fact, they actually help our bodies heal. These bacteria see our bodies as a big planet, kind of like Earth, where they live and thrive. Did you know that the bacteria inside and on our bodies weigh about 2 kilograms? And here's a fun fact. Humans are the only creatures on Earth whose brain is proportionally larger than their body. That's why our brains work so fast. On average, a human brain weighs around 1,400 grams, which is about 2% of our total body weight. When it comes to capabilities, our brains are the most advanced and superior part of our body.